Welcome back. You're watching this special edition of Startup Central with me, Nayanthara Rai. Quick reminder, stay in touch with us. Email us, suc@etnow.tv. Tell us what you're thinking of the show. Pitch to us. Who knows, maybe one day you'll be a part of the show. Time now to put the spotlight on an exciting startup, Sheroes. Started by Sairee Chahal. This is a platform only for women. So if you're a guy, you can't even log on. They log you out, they identify you, they figure it out, and Sheroes is not the place for you men. Which means what Sheroes is trying to also do is create a safe platform for women. They can network, they can look for jobs, they can sell goods, and they've even got plans to start giving credit to women. Here's Sairee Chahal or Sheroes now joining us right here on Startup Central. She is joining us from a Thai Delhi NCR event. Hi, Sairee. Thank you so much for being a part of Startup Central. We'll be talking to you about your startup, your journey, and of course, women and entrepreneurship. Here's to women power. But I want to first begin by asking you, how do you describe Sheroes? Is it a social networking site? Is it an e-commerce marketplace? Is it a jobs platform? What is it? What is your description of Sheroes?
Well, look, I think internet's the most magical technology of our times. We live our lives online, and I think internet has a chance to do better for women. India's gender gap numbers and parity numbers are dismal, and internet can be the fastest way to bridge those numbers, but we also feel there are opportunities to build a more safe, high trust, high empathy version of the internet. So Sheroes is a women only space, and when women come into Sheroes, they get access to a lot of things: identity, their network, lot of support and well-being, and access to opportunities and money. So Sheroes is really a Gymkhana membership meets friend for life for women.
Oh, I like that. Gymkhana Club Admission, women. I actually like your definition a lot. Now, having said that, Sheroes has really taken off. So why don't you give us an update? What's new at Sheroes?
Yeah, it has taken off. And look, we're the world's largest network of women now. We're 16 million women on the Sheroes network. We own a couple of properties. We own Sheroes, the platform, the web app, and Android and iOS apps. We own Maya, which is a period tracker for women. We own Baby Gogo, which is a parenting platform. And we run the largest work from home program for women in this country. And now we are opening Sheroes to women who want to transact amongst themselves, what we call social commerce. So we have almost 200K women doing this. We will take it to 1 million women who will be online merchants or sellers or resellers in the next 1 year. And almost 1.5 million pieces of content are generated by users every month on Sheroes. And this is women only, so we're one of its kind, but we're also one of the most constructive experiences of the internet for women.
Sairee, you yourself said it's the largest such platform for women only in the world. What's interesting and exciting is that I know you've got certain ambitions when it comes to being overseas, taking Sheroes overseas, that is. Do you want to tell the ET Now viewers about it?
Actually, we are evaluating that. So we want to get to 100 million women in next 2 to 3 years, and we see a lot of uptake from South Asia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Middle East, Indonesia, Japan. So we're evaluating all these countries, and we will take Sheroes out of India. But look, I think in India itself, we have an opportunity to make a very, very large impact. We do feel once we cross a significant number of, let's say, 70 to 80 million women, that changes the narrative for a lot of things and for how this ecosystem shapes up overall.
Well, there you go, Sheroes. They're on the overseas plans. Sairee, I personally don't like this phrase, as a lady, I just don't like it, which is of us shattering the glass ceiling. But you are a big success story. You have emerged as an entrepreneur that people look up to. So having said that, I'm sure you went through a lot of challenges when you started out this journey. What do you think of women and entrepreneurship today? How has it evolved over the last few years? And I've also got to ask, when we talk about unicorns, we still don't see women and unicorns go hand in hand.
Look, I think we're very, very early, but it's a good sign. More and more women are starting up, And I think a lot of this has been enabled by the internet. A lot more women will start up, give it 2-3 more years, and you will see women-owned, women-founded unicorns. But I think the other thing that you will also see is you will see a lot more large-scale, large-impact startups. So I think unicorn is just a marker. It's nice to have, but the truth is, if this country sees more and more startups that solve problems of this country and of what this country needs, then I think we're more aligned to our long-term goals. So I definitely see some very, very interesting products and services coming out of India. More and more women raising more money, but we are very early in this whole trend. I think the idea of when I started my first startup, I didn't even know there's a term called a startup or there's a term called an exit. But obviously the world's changed now, and it's changing much faster. For somebody who's in college now or somebody who's a preteen right now, this journey is going to be far more accelerated, and capital access is open, the ecosystem is far more developed, and there are more and more opportunities. And I think entrepreneurship is the fastest growing trend in the world. Right, so there's no way that women are not going to be part of it. But having said that, we can do much better in terms of affirmative action, conscious calls. The entire venture industry, startup ecosystem, if they're more cognizant about the fact that we need more women on the table at all times, across stages, I think it will be a more equitable world.
Now, you've created this very safe space for women only. But that must mean, I'm sure, that every day there are attempts by men to hack into Sheroes. Yes or no? And if yes, how do you prevent that?
Oh, we have a lot of investment in checks and balances and safety. So, and they work at multiple levels, and we do deactivate almost 200,000 profiles every quarter. These are people who are trying to get in, or who have faked it, or who have sort of, created a new account to get in. But the truth is that we have a gender algorithm that spots it moment you try to get in, and you're sort of not revealing your identity. There's a lot of active moderation, and there's a lot of user control. No platform can be safe if the users don't keep it safe, and users have a very strong role to play in keeping platforms clean, and we rely on our community to be part of it as well.
What I also want to tell the viewers is that the color of money is the same, and Sheroes has been able to get a lot of renowned male investors on board. In fact, I was chatting with one of them, Rajan Anandan, a serial entrepreneur, president of Thai Delhi NCR, Zoogler, now with Sequoia, where he told me that as an investor, he can't even log on to Sheroes. You've got some of the A-list male investors and entrepreneurs on board. How do you update them about what's going on if they can't log on and see it?
Absolutely. But look, if they can't log on, it means our systems are working, and they should take it as a good sign. But look, we've got some of the best supporters in town, and Rajan's been one of our earliest investors, earliest supporters. Rajan's also somebody who's built internet in India, so I think there's a lot of shared empathy when we say women's internet, because that's part of something that Rajan's been driving as well. And look, we're very well supported from the entrepreneurial community. So whether it's Vijay Shekhar from Paytm, or Binny Bansal from Flipkart, or Girish from Freshworks, or Anand Chandrasekharan, ex-Facebook, Aditi Kothari. Look, we've got a bunch of very, very iconic entrepreneurs backing us, and this is a mission. This is a mission for them, and this is a mission for us, and we're not going to stop at nothing.
That really is an A-list of investors to have, right? But tell me something, are you in the market for more funds?
Absolutely, looking for more funds, looking to expand, looking to invest in technology, and looking to take this network to 100 million women ASAP.
I'm sure you can guess my next question. How much do you want to raise?
Well, any money is good money. Obviously, I'm not going to share that right away. But look, we're going to raise significant amount of capital as we go forward. But having said that, we've built a very, very frugal company, because we don't want to even for a moment have the option to die, because this needs to get done and we will do it as efficiently as possible. All our fundraise will go into building more tech and more go-to-market.
Sairee, I also want to talk to you about your ambitions of wanting to give credit to women, this ambition you have for an NBFC. Take us through that. What is that about?
Right. So look, the thought process is very, very simple. We are a women's network, and as more and more women, come online, transact online, and they also have their profiles online, their trust scores and their credit scores are kind of online. And at Sheroes, look, we are in business of helping women work. We are also in business of helping women, find their own roadmaps. Enabling credit is part of that story. It is a very, very natural fit for us. And the great thing is, women in India are the best people to lend to. You look at the record of microfinance industry, it's got a 99.4% return rates. They're unparalleled in the world. An incredible amount of money has been lent to women and returned. So we are banking on the same pieces. So for us, lending is a very natural extension. Because these are life loans for women. So whether women use it to build their businesses or to educate themselves or to invest in their families, these are all nation building efforts. And we need to put more power in hands of women. We need to create more liquidity for women. So our NBFC route is really a way to make that happen.
And have you applied for an NBFC license?
No, we haven't yet applied for the license. We're early testing some pilots right now.
Sairee, before I let you go, we talk so much about only the success stories that we forget about super achievers' struggles, how they may have almost failed. It happens to everybody. Do you want to share with us, give us some anecdotes of your initial days?
Absolutely. Look, I think, the truth is success is super rare, and it's only when I'm standing here, it looks like all's good, but the truth is when you're building a company and when you're building something that's a mission, it's going to take a lot of failures. I think failures almost on an everyday basis, if you ask me, and given how large and tough this mission is, there is a lot of, the road is pretty rocky. It's not a smooth ride. It never works out the way you plan it to. And India's we're a developing market. We still have to build a lot more depth. We still have to solve a lot of problems, and I think the space that we work in, some of the challenges can't be solved by, throwing money at it or by just investing more resources on it, because a lot of these problems are also problems of conditioning, societal norms, access to resources for women. So to be honest, it's a constant battle, and it's like preparing for a Olympics event, right? You will only go to the racetrack once in your life. You may or may not win a medal, but you will come to the field and practice every day. So building a company is like that. You have to show up every day and practice.
With that, Sairee, I'm going to thank you. Here's to women power and
thank you so much
many more women entrepreneurs like yours. Good chatting with you. Look forward to having you back right here on Startup Central. Folks, with that, we're completely out of time. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Startup Central. Stay in touch with us. Our email address is suc@etnow.tv. Thanks for watching.